Okay, so let's see. I think the only reasonable pick here is Rand Shaw. Rand Shaw is really good. You know, best in blue-red or like some sort of team or lesson deck. You do need to make sure you've got a density of them, though, right? You gotta make sure you've got like 8, 9 lessons. Otherwise, that 3 lesson thing's not gonna trigger. And if the 3 lesson part doesn't trigger, it's not a great card. So we'll take it. If I was not going to take Rand Shaw, size makes sense. You know, I think that's the next best one. These lessons are kind of interesting. Badger Mole's okay, but not going to first pick it, you know. Okay, this is a very nice follow-up. I love, like, my favorite deck in the format to draft. My favorite two. 1 and 2. Blue-red and black-white. I think actually probably 1 is blue-red. Firebending Student's kind of interesting here, too. I would take Lightning Strike and probably actually Messenger Hawk over Swarm. Yeah, if I'm taking red cards, I want to be blue-red. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, I think, well, I know I'm definitely taking this. I'm just trying to think, you know, if this wasn't here, what would I take? I think it's probably just Strike. Like, Messenger Hawk is, you know, like I said, I want to be blue-red if I have this card, so it's not like this is that much less inflexible than Strike, but... Okay, Caves, that's nice. Seismic Sense has a low win rate on 17 lands. Why do you think that is? I mean, I don't expect that kind of card to have, like, a super-duper high win rate. You know, all things being told, it's just a cantrip. Right, it's a cantrip with good synergy. It's a cantrip that gets better the better your cards are. Like, it's the kind of card that I don't prioritize super highly unless I've got, you know, 3. That doesn't have to be multiple, but like when I first have my awesome, like when I got an awesome card, I'm like, okay, great. That kind of card goes in value. Card draw goes up in value. So I don't know. I don't think stats are like super telling on that kind of card, right? Because the value of it's going to be whatever is in the rest of your deck. Yeah, we're doing yeah, I didn't even call that out, but that's a good point, that the Rand Shaw plays well with Dragonfly Swarm. They're both dragons. Oh god. What a good start. What an excellent start to a draft. Combustion Technique is probably the best, maybe just the best lesson, full stop. I was going to say the best non-rare, but like there's not really good rare lessons. Yeah, this is great. Also, maybe implying we will get future good red cards. Seeing that 4th pick. This pick's kind of interesting. So, I could take Abandoned Attachments. I think that's really reasonable with all of these cards, right? Like, gets a lesson in the grave, puts spells in the grave for Swarm. You get an extra land off of Cave of Two Lovers, so being able to discard that for value is nice. I could also take the Guru. I think I'm just going to take Attachments, though. Like, this might not be the pick for me if, like, 2 out of the 4 cards I have played nicely, but all 4 of them play nicely. It makes me want it. And, like, Guru is good. Don't get me wrong. But with all these cards, I really, really want to enable Rand Shaw, number 1. Here I just take Form. There's a Glider Staff, and, like, the fairly light Glider Staff, but my start's really good here. I could also pivot to Red-White. That's a thing. It's a lot harder to get the lesson count up in Red-White, I find. How easy is it to build 4 to 5 color good stuff in the format? Are there any particular situations where you'd be drawn to that? I mean, I think it's doable. The number one reason, like the times I've done it, is I see a bunch of good rares in different colors. You know, I'll start with maybe a blue rare, and then take a green rare, and then there's a red rare, and you know, maybe a black rare here and there. And so, with a bunch of good cards in my pile, you have 2 options. I'm just going to take Angstern here. Serpent's okay, but I'd rather just take another lesson. You can either narrow into 2 colors and be like, okay, like, black and white are really open. I don't have to mess with multicolor stuff. I can just play my 3 good rares. I don't have to play all 5 of my good rares I see or whatever. Or, if there isn't a particular 2-color lane that's really open, then you go, okay, well, I'll just pick up all the fixing, play all my good cards, you know? 8-Pick Quench is great, too. I think the Shrines are a pretty good complement to that. Like, the Shrine package on its own is not, like... it's not often a means to an end, right? Like, I mean, it could be. It could be, like, if you're winning with the prowess tokens from the red shrine, like, you can win. But often when you have, like, the 5-color shrine package, I like to think of it... Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to take Seismic Sense here over the second Nang's Journey. I like to think of it as, like, the shell of the deck, and that's really good for supporting a lot of removal and a lot of expensive, or not exactly expensive, but powerful cards. Could be expensive cards, too. Because, like, the green one ramps you, the blue one draws you cards, and those are good things when you're trying to find your best cards and cast them, you know? Shrine seems hard to build. You need to be lucky to open multiple. So, I don't think you should go after it. That's the thing. Like, here's a great example. We get this Kyoshi Island Plaza here. I don't think, necessarily, we're going to be doing this, but we could. Like, you don't go in being like, oh, I should be shrines. It's like, I just pick them up, and this is a way I can build some infrastructure for my deck, right? Like, you just get them for free. That's kind of the way to go about it. It's not... It is hard if you're like, I'm going to jump into a draft and do this thing, but I don't think that's the way you should approach it. Hey, Whale, how's it going? The shrines are the powerful cards? I mean, honestly, with how this is going, like, we all second Seismic Sense. I think it's likely we end up, like, Teamer is not a bad place to be where we are, and I think it's likely we end up there, just given the cards we're seeing. I'm happy being just straight blue-red, too, but, you know, we don't see a density of awesome blue-red cards. Like, nothing wrong with this. Ooh, okay. I was saying ooh with this card, because this is kind of a nice one in this kind of deck, but Wisdom's just going to be better. Hard to know when to switch from speccing on them late versus trying to pick them up early. Yeah, definitely. Like, you cross a certain threshold when you have, like, basically, I think when you have got 2, like, you picked up 2 for free, that's when you can start taking the third one over some other cards, maybe, right? I think that's kind of the threshold. 2 shrines, and then the third one becomes appealing. Yeah, Wisdom, as demonstrated by Worlds this weekend, is a pretty messed up card. Especially if we can pick up a Grand. Or 2, or 3, or 4. Huh. Okay, so cards I'm interested in are Bossing Say and Herbalist. If I take Herbalist, we're looking more blue-green base. Although, if I take this, that kind of pushes that way too. Not necessarily. Like, this could be splashed, quote-unquote. And if we're considering this as blue-green base, Ranshaw gets a little bit tougher to cast. Yeah, Warship's also a good call out here. Waterbending Lesson could be good too. Yeah, I was saying these two, but there's some other good cards in this pack. Hey, Real, how you doing? Yeah, you know, I was saying Teamer could be a thing, but at the same time, like, Waterbending Lesson's going to be good in this deck no matter what, especially with a decent amount of cheap interaction. Oh, Katara. Okay, well, we're just taking that. Also, Insurrection. That's a funny one. Usually 8 mana win the game, but Red has a tough time getting to 8 mana. Lion Turtle. That also helps the mana. There's also Forecasting Fortune Teller, which I'm never going to turn down. I think this all depends on how likely I think I am to be base blue-green. This card kind of pushes against that. Katara pushes towards taking this, though, right? Like, getting another white source in there. I think this is pretty reasonable. Oh, what's this? I just realized. Oh, Jiao-chan, okay. Interesting card, but... Okay, now there's a Lost Days. There's a Oasis here. Spirit Oasis. I believe I should take the Lesson Interaction spell over Oasis. Like, exactly what I was talking about. If I had a third shrine already, I might take the Oasis here, but not the case. Okay, Submersible's excellent. Easy. Easy pick. Sentries, Giant Koi. Yeah, like I said, I guess we are leaning blue-green base now with this Lion Turtle, so let's take Sentries. Okay, there's an interesting card. There's Messenger Hawk. There's Blue-White Land. I like me a Hawk. Hawk 1 Tua. But I think we should just take a land. Did not consider Lion Trail from that pick. Interesting. Yeah, I just think that a really important thing at this point with this Random Shaw is just upping the density of lessons, and green lets us do that. Have you ever played Teachings? The green one? Like green rare lesson we just passed? No. Platypus Bear. Blackland. Blackland lets me splash, like, you know, an eagle, the rare black eagle if I see it or something. I might miss that Platypus Bear, honestly. With this card. This card. It's kind of interesting. Like, this is speculative. Basically, if I don't pick up, like, 3 or 4 more cheap cards, I'll miss it. Okay, red-green land over the third size makes sense. Right, yeah. I was saying the Lion Turtle really wants the 3 lessons, but Random Shaw is the more important part of that. Yeah, I did not wheel the Oasis. Oh, wait, so we did. Yes, we did. It was in this pack. Yes, it was. Okay, cool. I thought it was in the last pack, too. All right, very nice. 2 out of 3. And the black land also means we can take the black shrine, maybe? Red shrine. Also Ko. Also lightning strike. And we are a little short on cheap interaction, I will say. I don't think I have to take this here. Number 1, this shrine, well, 2 shrines wheeled, and this pack is also really strong. Like, someone's gonna take Ko, Rallier, Spirit Keeper. I mean, if I take one of these cards, of course, not somebody else is gonna take it, but just pointing out there's a lot of good cards here. Doesn't feel like this deck needs shrines. I mean, they help. They, like I was saying before, they're like infrastructure for the rest of the deck. Like, they provide card draw and mana fixing and ramp, which are good things when you have powerful cards. Size makes sense doesn't play well with a lot of lessons. Yeah, this is true, but basically I see this as early on it's a land, late game it digs you towards your power, right? So maybe I don't end up playing the second one. I could totally believe that. I wouldn't like it if I didn't have 2 excellent, you know, A level rares, right? But split card, find a rare, get a land. By the time you get to like 5-6 lands, you'll have seen what, like 13 cards in your deck? Size makes sense, sees another 6, so you're like halfway down. My numbers might be a little bit off there, but you know what I mean. Katara in red-white land. I mean, red-white land is helpful. Katara, not looking at its best here with, like, not a ton of cheap permanents, right? Still might be fine. Where am I on card draw? I've got Waterbending Lesson. I may or may not play Spirit Oasis. I think I'm going to take Katara and hope to wheel the land. Might be a little greedy. Oh, hello. Okay, great. Well, now I'm happy about all these seismic senses. Does it happen regularly for you that most of your 2s are non-creatures? Not really. No. I mean, you're more likely to have that be true when you're blue-red base. But no, most of the time my 2-drop slot is creatures. That is mostly because most of the time I'm not drafting like a, you know, splish splashy ramp deck in this format. I guess that's the way to put it, right? The more likely your deck is to look like this, the more often your cheap cards are going to be just removal spells. Boomy, Aang's Journey 2. So Aang's Journey, while I usually don't like 2 copies, is going to be decent if I do end up with the Shrine package. Boomy's kind of a whatever payoff anyways. Not a huge fan, and I've got, you know, these cards, so I think we just take Journey. Oh my god. To be fair, this card isn't busted in this deck, but it's still going to be good. Like, you want a lot of creatures for this card to be great, but it's a good ramp spell, so... Yeah, this deck's looking nice. What are these green cards getting past to us? Good cards. That's what they are. Black Greenland. Doesn't do anything for us. There's Badgermole. There's Ember Isle Production. This card gets better the more good cards you have. It's kind of like a multiplier for your deck, right? Like a lot of good cards are additive. You add this card to your deck gets better. This is multiplicative. And we've got some good ones. Like when you copy the Earth King, I don't know if anybody's seen this before, but when you copy the Earth King, you get a 4/4 right away. Get a new bear. Oh god. And then, like, it just goes crazy, right? Because you get to attack with the bear from the first Earth King. You get to ramp twice because you have 2 Earth Kings on the battlefield. It's pretty messed up. I'm not sure I'm going to play it. It's just kind of interesting, right? Watery Grasp is real close here. I think I'm going to go with the Wisdom. Might not be right. I am slightly low on interaction. Where's our Iroh? I think luckily where we're going, we don't need Iroh. Earth Rumble. Spirit Keeper. Yeah, I'll take the Earth Rumble. Okay, wield the red-white land. Cool. Okay, now the Shrine didn't wheel. So, good to know, good to know. Okay, so we can just scooch those on out of here. I'm glad I took Katara now, because if we're not playing Blue Shrine, then we lose a little bit of card draw. Actually, we have double Wisdom, so that's not even true. Okay. Actual 0 creatures at 2 scares me. Yeah, I mean, I agree to some extent. We're going to be able to counter some stuff, usually. We've got a few interaction spells for cheap. Our 3s actually catch us up nicely, too, right? Submersible, Sentries. These 2 ramp us to the big stuff. Also, our expensive cards generally are good at stabilizing. Really dislike this rare Katara, way too strong. Yeah, I agree. I think this is... There aren't too many cards in this set. Like, there's a lot of good rares, but not a lot of them feel like, oh, this comes down and, like, you have to instantly answer it or, you know, like, it invalidates the rest of the game. Katara is a little bit like that. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Lesson Count's excellent. And with 13 of them, we might not play double Aang's Journey, but okay, so yeah, first Aang's Journey, it's a pretty easy cut. I think I'm gonna play this Ember Isle Production. It might be a little more cute than good, but it is interesting. It shouldn't make a token. No, you know what it should be? it should not have the clause of X can't be 0. It should say, like, you should mess up with it sometimes and wrath your own board. That's how you balance this card. It's the mirror entity problem for those who've played with that card. All right. So, some perspective cuts here. Could see the second Seismic Sense going. I'm less inclined to do that with 3 excellent cards to find now. Also, this guitar is not going to be at its best. Our creature curve is not like, you know, it's going to be good, but very rarely are we going to slam this on 6 or 5 and just go to town. Can you talk about Katara here? Which Katara? The rare one, uncommon one? Oh, I mean, it's still going to be like, it's the classic, don't let perfect be the enemy of good, right? Like, this card is still going to be really good here. I've had decks where I'm sure Katara will perform better, or would have performed better than it will in this deck, but yeah, I don't really want to, here's the thing, I don't really want to cut Interaction, I don't really want to cut a Lesson. I guess this Earth Rumble might be the cut. Yeah, I think I can cut that. Thinking Waterbending Lesson can go. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. With the Double Wisdom. I agree with that. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna ship it like this. Slightly low on green sources, but it's like 7. Yeah, I could be convinced going up green, down something else, but wherever I cut in from, it's going to affect the source count of the other cards. Oh, I have a black land in there. Yeah, good call, good call. We don't want that. Do you need basic planes for Aang's Journey? Yeah, that's why I'm playing it. Oh, I just pressed play again. I agree that is a bit of a kind of, you know, awkward part of the mana base. I think still fine, though. Okay, that actually makes this better, because I can go, like, up a forest now. Yeah, right. Earth King also is a reason to play the planes. Huh. This hand is mighty uncastable. So, if we find the blue source, we've got the Lion Turtle up to bat. Number of bad cards to draw. So we've got, like, quite a few blue cards. This is pretty close. Like, having our best card, having the fixing. I think I mull it, though. Like, this is the kind of deck where it's like, your deck is really good. You should just mulligan a little more often. And, yeah, let's put back form here. Red, white. Surely you'll dry island. I mean, it's a really close hand, right? Because, like, there are a decent number of blue sources in the deck, so it's not wild. Quench is a good draw. Kind of just in for quenching anything. Nice. There we go. Had an opponent turn 3 archers discard a land pass. They missed their 3rd land drop. Yeah. People do be greedy. There's times to be greedy, but that sounds like that wasn't one of them, you know? Yeah, I need the blue for Katara. Alright, let's see. Maybe we just play Forest here. Kwasi, kind of with that 74 months. That's a long time. Appreciate the sub. Alright, found a land, and digging ever closer to our great cards. 3 lessons in the grave, so the cards that care about that are on. Barrels. Okay, Submersible is solid. Will I be bouncing my Earth King here? I think so. Yeah, I could bounce barrels, but like... it doesn't do too much, and if they activate barrels this turn, we're in a really good spot anyways, right? Which not so great here. Okay. I think we're just gonna send. So, we send, we put them to 6, they get to wake up a land. I just don't think I should be too concerned about this Earth King dying, you know? Also, yeah, it just, like, makes more sense that they would trade there. Strike the king, sure. Hey Mark, how's it going? Thanks for the sub. Yeah, yeah, me too. And I'm taking your message to heart. Trust me. It has been a while since we've paper drafted. Out of there. Lost days. All right. Don't think I need to lost days just yet. Yes, that's a good point. We do have to set things up for February for the spotlight and all that. That should be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So if I crack here, I can't leave up both my spells, but I think that's fine. Maybe I should have not tapped the red. Probably should have tapped double green. Yeah, let's play Lion Turtle. Katara. Okay. So, this is fine. We lost days. The token. I guess it doesn't matter too much. No, it does. We should lost day the bear, right? They're forced to chump. I mean, no, this actually doesn't matter because they're forced to chump no matter what. So, just get the token. And we'll crack. Yeah, it's a forced jump regardless. Exactly. Does not matter. Spin the deck. We have one basic left. It looks like they're casting something. Yeah, we'll quench that. Nice. Yeah, Iroh could have maybe got them out of this. They get to airbend my bear. Have a blocker. We have a lot of action in the deck, so it would still, it wouldn't feel too bad, but... Okay, this hand looks great. And the opponent mulligans. Up against the LeBron fan? No, they're clearly a One Piece fan. I do think I will combustion technique this thing. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I could just play Submersible. I think I'd rather just spend my mana, though. Also exiles, so... Get Katara down. Maybe we get to bounce a 3 and get the counters rolling. Yeah, it's like both, right? Like it's the exile matters, like the reason it's to cast there. The exile matters, the spending my mana matters when I've got other stuff to do. Okay, now don't think it's submersible here. I think if I get back Katara, I'll want to be able to like activate it in the same turn. So that they like nab it again. I get a card's worth of value. Can I do that next turn? 1, 2, 3. Not quite. We have 2 lovers. Yeah, it's a good one. Lion turtle. Okay. So, doesn't block right now. Let's just do this. I could wait on this, maybe. Kind of like just getting this down. Gives me a place to put a counter next turn. Iroh. Okay. The deck looks pretty solid. Thank you for the food. Lets me wake up my submersible. Kind of funny. Lightning Strike is amazing here. Okay. So I don't think I'm too afraid of Iroh making tokens. I think I'd rather just get my Katara back. So... yeah, strike Katara. Oh, sorry, strike the Jailer. I can put a counter on Katara to play around Lightning Strike. I think I want to diversify my threats, though. Let's just put it on the land. And I can crack the food so that Iroh doesn't get a little bit bigger. this. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to do. Okay, fine. Or was it? No, I guess... Yeah, I guess it's fine. Okay. Like, I don't think I mind making some trades here, basically. Swarm's a decent draw. Aw, I tapped my planes. Or I tapped my food. Could have cracked it. Alright, submersible gone. Musicians. That's like kind of threatening. How do we want to do this? Can play my fly, draw a card, and I think or play my fly, crack food, play my land. And then I think I just pass the turn. So, guess we can crack the food here. Yeah, it's a slightly precarious spot. Like, they very well, if they have a pump spell, if they have any trick, any removal is actually pretty bad. Next turn we have some decent draws to. It's a good draw for them too. Give away Thyro to stabilize, but. They also probably don't attack all this turn, I would assume. Unless they have a trick. It's not the worst attack. They're probably thinking about it. Especially if they, like, equip the fan over. Maybe they give me the 1/1 instead of the fan. That's not great, though. Yeah, they're counting damage. On 4/4. Let's crack this. All right, they didn't give me anything. In with the 4/4 or 4/3. I mean, I don't mind just trading off this fly, right? Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Lost Day is also pretty nice. Copying Iroh? That is kind of cute. I don't think so, though. I think I just got a 4/4 Katara here. Let's make our land a little bit bigger. Enthusiasts, okay. I guess here's probably where I just top Iro. Just buys me a lot of time, right? Oh, why did you do that? Why did you do that, Arena? I thought I learned my lesson with auto-tapping this set. I haven't. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? Oh, no, yeah, whatever. I could have capped my lion turtle. All right, any case. Let's just make some blocks like this. They could have a trick, but so be it. Cool. Less cool. How do we convince the streamer to play words? Ember Island production? I did it on my own volition. My free will was exercised. Quench does activate turtle. That's true. That's true. Also, the more lands they give me, the more likely it is that the Quench actually matters. It's pretty funny. Okay, that definitely finds Ranishaw or Katara. I mean, not definitely. It's not... You know, it's digging 11 cards deep, but good enough. Also, Earth King. Hello, good to see you. It finds both. Okay. I guess I'm taking Ranishaw. The board just kind of stalled, so it probably cleans up easier. Yeah, okay, fair. All right. Who's my favorite child? Abram. Abram's no longer a child. Abram is a legal adult, I think. All right, this works. Hello, Katara. Yep, good enough to quench. I think, like, basically every 3-drop in this set would be good enough to quench. I wonder if there's an exception to that. Alright. Ascension's great. What am I waking up here? I guess Island. There's the thought of waking this up to sack later, but I'm going to want to tap this for red mana soon. Might still be right. I don't have too many sorcery speed red things, so... kind of close. Like waking up Forest there instead? Yeah, I might be right. Alright, didn't matter. Ooh, landfall trigger. Alright, so let's just... Can't double spell, unfortunately, with red cards. We'll just play Katara and kill the flyer. As in the first time flyer. Yeah, how's it going? 64 months, nice square number. Okay, not super close to that being castable. I think I just go for Katara here. Like, it uses most of my mana. They could quench, so be it. Or use the most mana, I should say. Use all my mana. Draw land next turn. I'll be able to double spell. Okay. Nice. Well, I guess I can't actually double spell in a way that's meaningful. Ooh, I also forgot I would get a trigger this turn. You would have chickened out there? I just feel like you're like Katara resolving is not that important to this game, you know? I guess I probably just want to buy myself a little time here because this Dragonfly Swarm's not able to block anyways. It would have been able to if I played it and then my land, so my bad there. Want to attack? I want to wake up my sub. Oh, could I have still? Did I miss? I know sub can tap itself. Maybe I just miscounted my lands then. My bad. Okay. Basically, like, deal 4 to the face, make me spend some mana. Also resets the counter. Okay, it's gonna be bad. They have another? Red source. Nope. Alright, let's cast this. Probably just want the interaction spell. It's not draw 3 anyways, so. Yeah, so I guess if I had attacked that one turn, they'd be at 4, which matters here, because then land makes anything a lethal threat if they have a removal spell. Cool. Oh, Ranishaw counts dragons in the graveyard? Wow, learn something new every day. I said it had synergy with the Swarm, but I just meant the pump ability. Hey, Jerry Bear, how's it going? That's pretty funny. Yeah. It is a perfectly cromulent hand. Alice Inspector. That could give me like a little bit of trouble. Like the Peck's in for quite a bit here. Earth King probably dies when it comes down. Not super scared yet, but tunnel. Okay, so let's pitch. See what we draw into. I think we're just getting rid of Octopus form here. I don't think I'm supposed to Seismic Sense here. I think I'm supposed to wait a little bit. Our density of good hits is not very high in this deck. Katara's a little ways off castable. If this all goes right, we can fetch one of the colors, but... Sentries. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy to trade with Sentries and... Oh, never mind. We don't have to trade with Sentries anymore. Excuse me. I was going to say I'm happy to trade with Sentries and just get our land, but... that's even better. Alright, let's get in. Oh. I meant to Lightning Strike first, but... I don't think it's going to matter too much. Can I get the White Source just because it's more likely we draw a second blue... And I think I could still wait a turn on this Seismic Sense. Finding Island, like, do I count Finding Island as a success here? I guess so. Awkward. Okay. Oh, sorry. I took the wrong land, too. Oopsie. I meant to take the blue one. I was thinking Shaw. Right. For this exact reason, you keep the forest. You dig one less deep card, one card less deep in your deck, but you can set up for Katara next turn if you find the tap land. Yeah. Also official proof. Yeah. Good call. Yep, I think you're right. Okay, that's good. So we play the island. We'll have 7 mana. Our things can become 4/4s. I thought there was going to be a window there. I don't know why I thought there was going to be one. I thought there was a window for me to manually tap. I've had so many losses to waterbending, not waterbending correctly. All right. Well, if they find removal for Katara, this looks pretty bad. If not, great, but... Yeah, it wasn't even like I was like trying to trust the auto tapper there. I just thought I would get a spot to manually tap, but I just... My muscle memory of what would happen was not correct. Good news is like, even if they have a removal spell, this game's not going anywhere quick, and our deck is pretty action dense. I just gotta go into like full control. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, it does look kind of good here. It's just better to activate Katara, but it is good with Earth King here. Okay, so, yeah, we just send. They have to block both things. Waterbend first. Oh, to get the lands? Yeah, fair point. I think that's better. This doesn't mean if they... No, I mean, they have to double block. They have to block with 2 anyway, so... Like, they have to double jump, right? So, it was right, too. Oh, I could copy Katara and still threaten lethal? Yeah, I didn't do that math, but you're right. They might not see if you right away. I would trust most opponents at this point in the format to see it, so wouldn't exactly bank on it. Okay, so... I could play around Black Sun, Day of the Black Sun, not play this Ember Island. I don't think I should do that, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go auto tap or manual tap. Alrighty. Well. Yeah, it doesn't even crew. Doesn't even crew. Not a great day for the bucket. Alright, messed that game up in multiple ways, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough messing up to lose. Okay. My audio just went away. Can you hear the game sounds, chat? Oh, they're back. Never mind. Did I watch Worlds drafts? I did. Thoughts on them? Not anything in particular, to be honest. Like, it was interesting drafts, but there weren't any like, oh man, that pick, you know. I don't know. Usually for high-level events, I kind of just watch. Don't, like, go super in-depth analysis or anything. Should I Wisdom for a Wisdom? Or Wisdom for a White Source? Is there, like, Jeskai slow stuff, potentially? I mean, hitting lands is good. Lands do be good. Yeah, it's weird. It's like popping in and out. I'm not sure what's up with that, but... Sure, yeah, it helps me chain lessons to get Random Shot down, but... I'd be pretty sad if I missed this land. Like, obviously it looks better to keep this if I, draw a land the turn we did. Hitting lands is really important in this deck, especially against probably this kind of opponent playing slower stuff. And I've got a lot of lessons in the deck, so... Turbocharges this card for sure, but I don't think I'm going to have too much of an issue hitting the third lesson. Yeah, there's like weird things happening with my audio. I don't know what's going on here. I'm hearing... The music's gone, the sound effects are... Yeah, music's gone and sound effects are there. Probably just better to set them back here, maybe. Buy myself some time. Next turn, we can go cave, wake up the submersible. Huh, weird. I hear a wave sound when my opponent plays an island. That's all I'm getting. Ooh. Ooh, Katara. Okay. I think I still just go for the cave play. Katara's not doing too much on this board. This helps me continue to hit my lands and all that. What is this? Okay, okay. Well, we have an answer to that. A very nice one. That's funny. This is why we play two mountains. Okay, so... Yeah, I could just play Katara and send for 12 here. I think that's pretty reasonable. And then they need to have an answer. Oh, sorry, it's not for 12. Oh, no, it is still for a lot because the submersibles counter stay. All right, I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, it is still 12. My math was wrong, or it was right for the wrong reasons. Hey, Ranger. Coming in. Appreciate that. I mean, there's a world I die here, right? Some sort of spell into double strike equipment. Actually, if they, like, octopus form 5 double strike. Yeah, that would kill me. Yeah, it's the difference between 4 times 3 and 3 times 4. There's a world you get hit by a bus crossing the street. Exactly. I always say whenever I'm drafting cube and I put like Emrakul in my deck with Dark Confidant, it's like it's the whole. Are you afraid to leave your house because you might get hit by a car? What do we bend on to? Probably not sacking this land very soon. I think I'm just gonna wake up Forest. And go for the Lost Days. We don't get Gotten by Quench. I think it's worth it. I can get 2 dragons the hard way with his production. I will pay. I think it's worth sending all here. If they want to eat a token, that's fine. 2 damage is worth sacking a token here. Command tire list. I don't have my tire list up. I recommend Goodyear. I recommend Michelin. Yeah, you found the tier list, though. There we go. Toph, okay. Toph gets back Combustion Technique. Kill my forest. I win here, though, right? Maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not quite. Not quite. I could put them to 1. Right, I like copy their Toph. I cast Wisdom. Wake up a land. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't do both of these. Yeah, I guess my own Toph just seems pretty good. Don't think I'm going to make the attack this turn, but... Grab Wisdom. Actually, I said I wasn't going to make the attack this turn, but putting them to 2 is kind of interesting. I don't think I will still, but... Could grab production. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Do. Boomerang basics. Okay. So we will wake up a land. Probably find a lesson off this. We do. I think I prefer Wisdom. It's a little more expensive, but it's fine. Dig a little deeper. Or sorry, doesn't dig deeper. It digs me to non-creatures. Is what I meant to say. Do they have a quench in hand? Or like they like hovered over their island? I wonder. Okay. So if they have Iroh here, it's actually pretty annoying. They cast Iroh, they get to cast 2 removal spells. I should also probably stop playing lands because of the Ascension. Okay, this is a good sign. Iroh no longer a problem. They can't cast him and cast something from the grave. Okay. Very nice. I'm going to do a quick reset of Arena just to see if I can get sounds back online. Not sure what's going on with that, but... This hand's a little suspect. Even with the forest, it's not amazing. This hand's also a little suspect, but a little bit better. What to get with Aang's Journey is not as much of a question anymore. I was going to say kind of a question, but we just go get the double blue. Passionate Healer. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is where production looks kind of bad. If this is just waterbending lesson, I'd be happy with it here. Yeah, now we're just playing catch up. That is a reasonable draw. Okay, so we're gonna top this Enthusiasts and then hope. I was gonna say hope they don't do too much more. Is it still right to top the Enthusiasts? Like, I would take a little less damage this turn. I think so. Where'd they put that? They bottomed it. Makes sense. Even with, like, Seismic Sense into Ran and Shaw, I guess we just barely stabilize if they have nothing else. And we didn't have that, so. Not bad, but not quite good enough. Yeah. Doing nothing for 4 turns against an opponent just goes 2-drop, another 2-drop, cast some stuff, like, or 2-drop, 3-drop, another 2-drop. Bound to lose a game of Magic, you know? This looks good. Black. Black in the winner's brackets. Probably means some good rares. I assume they take Earth King here. I assume correctly. Blue source versus white source is kind of interesting. I guess I just take the white. More likely I see the other blue. Submersible's a good draw. Also a very good draw. All right, let's get in. And I think I'm just going to bounce their clue here. More like Girth Thing. More like Girth King, that bear's thick. All right, Journey. Let's see if they have a second color. I would imagine so. No, they don't. Or at least if they do, it's in their hand and they're hiding it. That was a nice draw. So, I mean, we can just, like, make their life annoying for a while. We don't have to just jam Katara here. The monocolored Ang's pretty... I mean, I get, like... Yeah, what black cards do you want lessons that badly for? I was gonna say, like, you could play it in a monocolor deck if you really cared about lessons, but, like... I guess it's more likely they just have the other color in hand, right? Okay. Yeah. Azula? I would love to copy Azula. Okay. Seems like I should not just jam Katara here. I mean, what happens if I do? I play her, make the team 3/3s. Maybe it's not that bad, right? Like, if they kill it, they kill it. They can quench it. I kind of think with this mana base, they wouldn't play quench. Like, kind of seems like they're mono black with a good blue card or two. If they kill on the spot, they sold out. That's fine-ish. I guess I could also just wait. Like, let's just see what they do. I think I'm kind of advantaged right now. This also means that if they do have the removal spell and they're waiting for Katara, I can just play it, pump the team next turn, deal quite a bit of damage. Lost days. Okay, don't need sentries. Nice, land's pretty good. Let's wake up Forest. Okay, seems like they don't have sold out, because they would have killed Katara in response, I believe. They could have Day of the Black Sun or whatever that card's called. Okay, but this is also just lethal, right? Because it's +4 plus the counters, right? It's exactly 14. Cool. Yeah, one of the tricky things that's like, you know, whenever you're counting lethal for Katara, your creatures become XXs. It's easy to overlook the counters sometimes in your cards. Every game's a Katara game. We have won a lot of games with Katara. It's true. Definitely keepable. Cheap interaction. ×3. even so lucky as to hit the land drop. I'm gonna play the tap land though. Anything they play here, I would just want to bounce most likely instead of kill. Okay, well, I don't want to do either of those to that thing, so we'll just bounce their token. Sentries is uncastable. Might have been a hold up quench turn there. Ah. Well, that's no good. I mean, at the end of the day, I can just kill it, but they're going to get a lot of card advantage in the meantime. Is there any world where I top this? I don't think so. Unfortunately, it's kind of likely they just don't give me a target for this Lost Days. If they're holding up Quench. They might, though. Okay, they did, but they're still holding up Quench, which I think is okay. I think I'm going to go for the Lost Days on the Spirit Keeper here. They Quench. Gets it out of their hand, and means that I can cleanly answer this legend. There's some value to, like, making them leave up this Quench for a few turns. Like, play the little dance. Oh, that's good. Of... play the little dance of you hold up 2 mana, I don't play into it. Lets me maybe buy some time to draw these cards, or, you know, draw my green sources for these cards. Okay, this plays into another Quench. But I also think I need to get that Spirit Keeper off the battlefield. Yeah, cleanly answer after they've scryed 4 and drawn 2. Loose verbiage, but you know. Mm-hmm. I had a feeling I was going to draw this. Wish I said it out loud. Yeah, the insta-top is not good. I imagine they have some good cards still. I have some good cards still, too, but I can't cast them. Deadly Pursuit or Deadly Precision? Zuko's Exile. Okay. Could have been worse. Yeah. It's also pretty bad. Think we might be dead regardless? I don't think so. I think if we had our green mana here, we have a good chance of racing. Like, I mean, green mana in the earlier turns, you know? Almost good. It's not a bad thing to copy. All right. Right, like if I drew the green mana last turn or something, I agree. It's not great for us, but Those Saga Mythics are so good if they go unanswered. I mean, they're good if they go answered too, right? That's the beauty of them. They all have good first chapters. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we can't cast this card, but we have another 3. Gran. World's All-Star Gran. Okay. Wow, is this Katara uncastable? I mean, the good news is here is they can't get in, and if they do get in, it means they cast a removal spell, which means Earth King will resolve, you know? So we got that going for us. Yeah, exactly. Catch these grain hands. Don't touch my bear. They didn't touch my bear. Lost Days will be good. Okay. So get in. Get our blue source. I think I'm gonna just Seismic Sense without playing my land. If I hit another untapped blue, would be good. Tap blue is also good though. Wonder what's in their hand, because they don't have an interaction spell. At least not a 4-mana one. What's this? Razor Rings? They would have held that up. Okay. It is Razor Rings. Maybe they just drew it. Lightning Strike ain't a bad one. Okay, so probably just holding up the removal here. Maybe it was right just to jam Katara, honestly. Octopus form, sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they like double trick here. Kind of makes sense given how they've been playing. Or like what they haven't done. Footwork. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. They're willing to cash in Gran. Don't do that to the Gran. Alright, so this is 9. We'd go to 5. Go up to 3 with the Lion Turtle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I just cast Katara, I can pump for these 2 are 5/5s. It's kind of close. We do a Lightning Strike if they're like splashing that for some reason. My gut says block. They could also have like another trick in hand too to push a little more damage. Oh, that was a great draw. Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the 3 life. I even said it out loud, but I forgot about the 3 life when I was talking about that. So yeah, you're right. I think I should have not blocked. Fjork, how's it going? Only 3 and or 5 numbers to the mean number. Thanks for the 64 months. Okay, so to attack or not to attack, sort of interesting here. Am I happy trading off 4/4 for Sokka? Think so? Maybe not. I don't think so, actually. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay. We're in decent shape. And by decent, I mean I'm going to resolve Katara, and they're going to have a very tough time. Okay. So, can make everything 7/7s. Tis a play. If I do that, then they kill Katara on the crackback somehow. I chump the enthusiasts. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? Yeah, we just attack first. I'm just trying to map out what the turns look like. No reason to pump pre-combat though. Just wondering if there's reason to leave like an additional 1/1 back, and I don't think so. Not compelling enough reason anyways. Not grad. Sure. I should hold... Exactly, that's true. I should hold the bear back if I'm going to hold back anything. That is very true. Oh, I guess I want to do 4th and a 5th anyway, so the bear gets in some damage. Okay, so yeah, now I think pretty unlikely they kill me here. Through like some weird combo of cards. If they kill Katara, the game goes on, right? I'm not in like an amazing spot. Okay, this is... I just have to draw into something. Don't think we block. Don't want to put ourselves in risk of losing Katara to a trick. Rabaroo ain't gonna do it. Can you abuse your mod privileges for a deck tech? Yeah, of course. This draft's almost done, so we can look at it after this. Pew. All right. Full 20. Yeah, Qatar is a messed up card. Alright, let's take a look at our sick deck one more time. So, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty interesting draft. Like, obviously, picking up the great rares pushes me to draft in a certain way. Like I mentioned, picking up, wanting to pick up the card selection. I would have preferred, like, one more interaction spell, even two. But we got by. Mana was slightly under where I would want it to be. Like, I think one more multicolor fixer would be good, or even just like an on-color dual land, like another, like a blue-green dual. But yeah, I mean, good enough. Yeah, deck was great. The Ember Island production, I do think, like, if this was a, Arena Open competitive event, I don't actually play it. It's like more like, it's good enough and it's kind of fun.